Good afternoon, everybody. It's Cool Kev. Finally back with another vlog. As you can see, it's raining here, and unfortunately, my roof is metal. I don't know why, but it's rainproof. But it makes a lot of noise when it rains. So I'm gonna try to work through the rain, hopefully. If it starts getting too loud, I may have to stop it and try to pick back up after the rain stops or whatever. Man, it's been a while, and of course a lot has happened since my last vlog. I had the video I shot on my birthday. I'm gonna talk about that. I'm gonna definitely talk about last night and what led to all of that happening last night. I'm not saying there was a reason it happened, but I'm gonna explain everything, and I'm gonna explain the area that it was in. Generally, whenever I do film, I'm pretty sure y'all can get an idea of what the yard looks like on this side, as opposed to back behind the gate. In my yard, it's a lot of vegetation growing up too over the summer months, and just haven't had anybody to come out and do it, and I don't have a lawnmower that can cut all that down. So just being lazy again. And when that noise started last night, I was sitting out here with the guy I always talk about, and we were just sitting out here having a conversation. I was sitting over in this direction where I normally sit, with my back against the house, so I can see what's going on behind me, as I always try to do. And it's, no particular reason. It's just I'm, more comfortable with my back against the wall, with a lot of different noises going on all the time. And we were just sitting there having a conversation, and I'm guessing he heard it first, of course. And he pointed it out to me. He asked me, did you hear that? He was like, sound like something walking over there. So with him saying that, I know he's not gonna joke around and play with me, as well as I wouldn't do the same with him. So when he brought it to my attention, I sat in my seat. I didn't immediately get up. He got up, and this whole porch that I have is set up this same way, with all the windows that go up and down. So he walked to the window and kind of put his ear to it. The time, I would have to say, it's 6:22 p.m. now here in the state of Georgia, and it's not completely dark yet. So it had to have been around 8:30, I'm guessing. So I'm trying to describe the whole scenario to everyone. So when he walked over toward the window, it was like dusky dark. You can't really see out of it. So he put his ear to the window, and he was asking me. He was like, "Do you hear it?" I'm like, "Nah, I still don't really, hear it. I hear it, but it's not a big deal. I'm still sitting in my chair. Apparently, it's not, that serious to me. I'm always hearing different things back here. That's why I said that." Okay, so he pointed to me to turn the lights off. We got lights on my back porch. That you pull the string and they go off. So I pulled this one off, and I finally got up and I walked over in that direction. And as I walked in the direction, I started hearing it too. It sounded like it was walking almost in the middle of the thick part of my yard. Like, I have to, show you guys another video. I got the camera set all up and all, think it'd be a good idea to mess with it right now. And, like I say, I walked over to the window and I actually started hearing it too. It's like, yeah, I think the camera caught that, whatever that was. But yeah, it definitely alarmed me too. So I cut the other light off. We have two. I cut the other one off, and it started getting louder and louder, like it was something deliberately walking over there, and it didn't care if we were sitting on the porch or not. So I'm like, well, maybe it's a person that's just excuse me. Just heard that sound. But yeah, maybe I'm thinking to myself, maybe it's a person that's just, in my yard walking around. And I got my kids inside, and, my main goal is to protect them and my family. So my intention wasn't to film. I had my phone with me at the time. So as I thought to myself, I'm just trying to let y'all know every detail. That's why I'm, rambling around. I thought to myself, I'm like, well, if I go out, the screen door, it's gonna be loud, and 9 times out of 10, whatever's over there gonna hear me coming out, and or whoever it was, gonna hear me coming out. So I decided to go through the front. And as I went through the front door, the guy that was with me, he came out with me a little bit after I got out there. I stood in the center part of my yard, and I, eased my way around, but I kind of came out so I didn't get too close to the house. I just was trying to watch my surroundings, basically what I'm saying. So once I got around there, I might have started filming before then, but I was still filming, and I don't know, it was weird. It's like a real cold, chill feeling you got, and y'all seen the video. I haven't even really just had the time to look at it like that. I mean, there's a lot of people saying they heard, the footsteps and stuff, but I definitely heard something after I threw that rock over in that thick part of my yard. I don't think whatever it was left out of the yard when I threw the rock. I just left it be and came back inside, and eventually the video uploaded to YouTube. But what transpired to that, earlier part of yesterday, I was out here, sitting out having a coffee, and it's a lot of different things that I do. Now that I kind of start picking up on some of the things that go on, and it seems like it's deliberately. So it's certain things that I do to not per se interact with it, but all right, this is what I did. Long story short, this is what I did. I came out, stood on my patio right there. You can see the little part of the wooden deck right there. I stood right there like I normally do. And, I always place my arms on the deck, and I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm sitting there, and, plain as day, you hear a whistle. So I didn't want to, interact with it just right off. I'm like, well, maybe I'm just tripping. See if, I hear it again. And a few seconds later, I heard another whistle. So I'm thinking to myself, like, well, okay, let's whistle and see if he is actually, wanting me to reply, or it's going to reply to me. So I did it. I promise you, no lie. We exchanged 15 to 20 whistles back and forth. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And let's see how it went. That's just the thunder. Eventually, I want to say it was a wood knock first. No more whistles. But I think it was a wood knock first, off over in that direction where I always hear something. It's always over in that direction over there. Of course, if you can see the way I have my camera set up, that's the house that's in the back of our yard, the little shed or whatever you want to call it. But over in that direction, it's always either a whistle or a wood knock coming from in that direction, or you hear the trees breaking over in that same direction. So after I heard the wood knock, I was looking over in the thick part of the yard where we heard the footsteps last night. And you can see a rock about this big come from through the trees, and it landed right over in that thick part of the yard right there. So I was like, well, there's no point of just trying to walk out there and look at the rock. Or I don't know what the plan is, or what they're trying to lure me to them, or I don't know. So I just try to do what I do and leave it at that. And then some days I may come out, I can hear them whistling, or walking around trying to get my attention like they normally do, and I won't even do anything. I'll just act like I don't even hear it. I just keep doing what I'm doing. The reason is because this is another reason why I took a break from filming too. I was just trying to not understand them more, but see if I can get an idea of how they move around and stuff. But it's so hard because every day is something different. Every single day is something different with it. Like, on this side of your yard, one day you may get, and I'm talking about behind the gate, you may get the whistles, the wood knocks, but then straight directly behind me, I don't want to sound like I'm crazy, but it almost sounds like something something using a rock to cut a tree or some type of plastic or something. It's like a sawing sound, like but it's not what I'm saying is it's not a squirrel, because you can hear it like a person would get tired from doing something. It'll and then it'll take a little break and when you get your wind back or your energy in your arm or whatever. But I've heard that several times right back in this direction. They always change up their moves. They always change up. You can never ever predict what they gonna do. Now, I have the shed right here too, also right on side of my back porch, and you can plain stay hear the little pebbles hitting the top of the shed. You can just hear them think. Or if they throw over the shed, you can hear them hitting the concrete slab I have back here on the back. I have a wood slab, and then I have a piece of concrete on the side of that. But you can hear the rocks hitting the concrete. I have these rocks right here. I was back here vacuuming the other day because I was going to have company. This was around the time of my birthday. I was going to have company back here. I have carpet back here. Wanted to, get the little dust and dirt and stuff off the carpet. And as I'm vacuuming, I hit like 2 or 3 spots where it's like, the vacuum picking up something hard. So I finally stopped and looked. I'm like, man, there's rocks in here. Now this was after the rocks were right here at the door, and I still haven't touched those rocks at the door. Because, I don't know what the purpose is of them leaving them there or what left them there. But if it's watching, when I pick them up, maybe it might be a sign of disrespect or something wrong. I don't know. I just left it as what it was. I try to live my life without letting it, not to say control me, but that's the only thing I think about every day, all day. I still try to get on and, comment and post and stuff like that, but it gets so hard. Like, I'm up to almost maybe, a couple, 150,000 views and thousands of comments. It gets kind of hard to, live a normal life and then try to, it just gets tough on me for doing that part right there. But it's just so much, man, that just happens on a regular basis. It's almost a normal thing to me. And I just, I have family here. I don't even go inside and I always tell them what I hear, because it's normal. They know. So what's the point of talking to them about it? That's the reason why I have you guys, though. I always get advice from you all. So maybe you guys can tell me, different things, that I haven't experienced from you or just being out here. Now, I know a lot of people may look at it like, well, all Kev does is sit at home and record. He doesn't always go in the woods, and if he does go in the woods, it's the same woods or it's his backyard. I didn't ask for none of this. I posted the first video I posted. I asked for advice as to what was going on in my backyard. I didn't say it was a Bigfoot. I never said the word Bigfoot is in my backyard. But it's definitely something going on. I don't care what nobody say. It's definitely something. Anytime, it's just too much. It's too much to not be nothing. Now, I've heard a lot of researchers, voice their opinions on what they felt about the cloaking situation. Now, I'm not saying I 100% believe that they can cloak, but come on, man, it's got to be something. If I'm standing in my yard, 2 or 3 feet away from my gate, and I'm hearing stuff move right in front of me, and I can't see it, what else is it? What else can we say about it? The rocks are getting thrown over my house, landing on my concrete. I have a whole stack of them sitting right there on my the end of this wooden podium right here. It's a whole stack of little bitty pebbles sitting right there. It's leaves all over my yard because it's starting to the season's starting to change. But what I'm saying is, okay, just heard a tree knock back there. What I'm saying is, how can I walk around the side of my shed and I don't see anybody there if they can't cloak? not gonna let it drive me crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's either one or two things I'm gonna do. Either I'm gonna accept the fact and be open-minded toward it, or I'm just gonna, just leave it alone completely. You know. I mean, I don't want to leave it alone, but it's just to the point to where it's like, wow, it's so much different things that makes it hard to believe. The one I saw on my birthday, that's not a car. I'm letting y'all know that is not a car. That wasn't a car, and that was not thunder. I'm sorry, guys, but it's just, I don't know. Now, some of that's thunder. That's 100%. That's thunder. Some of it, but that sound of a man vocalization, that's not thunder. Like I said, it happens so much sometimes, man, to where it's almost normal. It may seem like I'm starting to get stressed out about it. I'm not. It's just I'm not out to prove anything to anybody. But the thing that I'm saying is, the people that say, oh, this can't be happening here or there, okay. How many researchers have you ever seen, like ghost hunters, have you ever seen catch some of these sounds that I catch on video? Another theory that I had, the times that I have heard that moaning sound, you got chills. The times that I have heard that moaning sound, this is just my theory. The night that I was standing right there on the porch when I heard it, if it was meant for harm, I think it would allow me to just walk straight up to the gate and then get me. Why would it alarm me that it was there? That's my thing, So if it was a sign of aggression, why would it say anything, period, if it was aiming to harm me? That's just my theory on it. But, I don't know. It just be so much, man. I do have a guy coming into town pretty soon. He was supposed to come, I think it was last week sometime. Not gonna say the name. I'm not gonna say too much about it, but he's a really good guy. He was gonna come and do some research himself, and because he said it was something, definitely something, but I don't know if I'm gonna be the one who say what it is or mess up his words. I don't want to do that, so I'll just leave it at. I will have someone come in town pretty soon here, be able to help me with this situation. It's just so much, man. I wanted to talk about it. Right before I started the blog, I had took a shower, and while I was in the shower, I was coming up with my train of thought on what I wanted to say. Not that I have anything written down or a script or anything. None of this is a script. It's all off the top of my head. I'm sitting outside. My family's inside. That sound came from out there. I get tired of people, asking questions like, that's staged, or look, what I'm saying, we don't play like this. We have no reason to at all. I don't know nobody that, the friends that I do have, I don't know no one that'll go back there and do that. Now, I did get some photos from the last vlog that I did at this angle, and that's why I'm kind of like shook up right now, because that last vlog I did, I'm gonna post those pictures too. from the picture, and you can see it plain as day. There was one standing right out there, like outside the screen. There was a few back in the bush line. I think it was a face right here. I think it was one right here. I'm not scared, you know, because I don't really fear anything. I mean, the only thing you can do is live and die. That's the only thing you're guaranteed to be in your life. But it's like, when you can't see something and it's that close to you, that's the only thing. But let me calm my nerves for a second, guys. So sorry. But you know, yeah, on my birthday, I was sitting in, you know, in my chair, like I said, and I just happened to glance out there, and I saw it just was odd what I saw. It was brown in color, reddish, like the same color that hair that I showed you guys in that one video, like the first vlog, not the vlog, but the first video that I did that I was actually talking to you guys. It was that color, and you know, like I said, once you're here every day. This is every day. Either you're at work or you're at home, you're doing things with the kids or homework or whatever you're doing, you're still gonna come out on your back porch. I mean, it was a place of comfort at first, you know, until I guess you can say they started making themselves known or being noticed. They wanted me to notice them, you know. That's when it kind of changed, you know. But yeah. But I was sitting there. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just losing my train of thought today. But yeah, I was sitting there and looking at that, whatever it was, and the same person was out here with me again. Like I said, it was the morning of my birthday. I was having a coffee, so I got up, walked toward the gate. I got about, I'm looking at the distance, I got about 2 or 3 feet away from the gate. And when I did, that figure, it was still there, but it had bagged up like behind a tree to where you can only see like this much of his face. And something very, very close to the gate, like it did in that other video, it ran. Now this is before I can even pull my phone up and hit record. And then you hear off in the distance, the one that was standing behind a tree, it ran. Now come to find out, I didn't record anymore that day because, like I said, it was my birthday. And I just wasn't in the mood, you know, just to be honest with you guys. I wasn't in the mood to, you know, I was dressed for my birthday. Just wanted to have a good time. I had started, you know, having a few beers. And I look back at again, it was right there again. So I actually saw it maybe 2 times that day that I actually paid attention to it. Some of the things that you see that they do, you know, you can't predict it. It's like so unpredictable with them. Now the one or whatever it was in my yard yesterday, I don't know. I can't say exactly what it was, but I just know it was something, and it was something big. Just hearing something moving around out there. Oh yeah, too. Before I forget, I did speak with my neighbor that lives close in this area, and he mentioned when he first moved here, he said that I think it was maybe 12, 15 years ago. I don't know the exact number, but he said that he heard that sound that I heard, the high pitched vocalization. You know, he spoke with his wife about it and asked, did she hear it? And, long story short, that same night that my mom and my niece heard it, he heard it also. You know, I've spoken with him since then. And, you know, we both talked, and, you know, he said he heard it too. But, you know, he had no idea what it was, or he doesn't know what it is. He just said he heard it. It's like something, you can't mimic the sound to be exact. It's like a real high-pitched sound. I don't know. I haven't heard that one that I heard that day, that was like really, really loud, like a reeking sound. I haven't heard that one, but I have, you know, as the days go on, you'll hear the whoop sound coming from, you know, back in that direction, all over back there. And you know, another thing I wanted to point out, I stated in some of my other videos that this neighborhood goes that direction, and everybody's gate line that runs down in that direction is right. Like their home is bordering on this gate line. So I was thinking to myself, like, well, if that's the case, exactly how many people are going through the same thing and just don't know it, or do they? I'm just asking questions, or do they stay in this general area? Now I know for a fact it's a lot of action that goes on back in that direction, and it's a lot of action that goes on in this direction. But the action that goes on like dead behind me, it's like it's totally different. It's, you know, it's not the same. Anytime there's somebody around that don't live here, or I guess they're not used to, it's quiet as a church mouse back here. You can hear just the normal animal sounds. As soon as they go in the house, it's a whistle or a few wood knocks. I don't know the exact position that they usually be in when they would knock, because it's always different. But I do know you'll hear one come from this direction, you'll hear one from this direction, and then maybe you'll hear straight back, but it's way farther back. I don't know. I don't know what it's their you know, their way of communicating with each other, or I don't know. I just really don't know, guys. I'm just lost. I kind of want to just look at some of the videos again myself, and just, you know, like, can this really be real? You know, am I like dreaming sometimes? Because I never went through anything like this. And like I said, I watched 1,000 videos on the paranormal thing, on the ghost and stuff like that. You may see a trash bag get rattled, or, you know, I'm not saying the videos are fake on YouTube with the poltergeists and things of that nature, because I do believe, you know, there is something that does happen with that. People may have cabinets open and closed and things of that nature, but never in anybody's ghost videos have they captured the whistles, the vocalizations, some of the images that people get from my videos, and they send them to me in emails. Like, if it's not a Sasquatch or anything like that, what is it? That's what I'm trying to figure out, you know? I have no clue. Let's see. I will have some lights that I'm gonna be putting up back here sometime this week. Definitely sometime this week. They already been ordered. I'm gonna do some more videos out, but I just kind of wanted somebody to be with me when I went out, you know, opposed to being my nephew or whatever. It's not a fear thing, but it's like more of a person that knows what's going on, so that they can verify the things that I'm saying and things that I'm filming. This is real. It doesn't have to be a big named researcher. It can just be somebody, you know, that knows a little bit like I know a little bit, and, you know, we can learn together or whatever. I don't know, you know. But I thought this vlog was gonna go, you know, differently today, guys. It's just that sound and just that eerie feeling I get back here. It's just, I don't know. You know, earlier I was cool, waiting on the rain to stop, and when it finally stopped, it's like, what do I say, you know? But I tried to make the best out of it, guys. I'm sorry about this vlog. Just kind of down today for some reason. I don't know. Like I said, I will be doing some more videos out in the field or out in my backyard in this area pretty soon. But I just want to take my time with it. I don't want to rush it like I've been doing it. Some of the questions I've been asked, yeah, I do have some more equipment. I'm gonna start taking with me. Um, Not a tripod, but I do have a selfie stick to where I can, balance the camera up a little bit. It does have remotes with it, so I won't have to, you know, hold the selfie stick and do all that. Let's see. Other than that, guys, I mean, that's about it, man. It's just ongoing, constant, like every day, every day. I'm not saying that you all are getting tired of it, because I know it's so much support that's like right there. Everybody's like, "Where you been, Cool Kev?" When's the next vlog? I know you guys are, thrilled with it, but I just wanted, some help with it. It gets kind of like, wow, how am I the only person experiencing this? But like I said, I should have some help pretty soon. I should have some help, and I want to reach out and I'm eventually call some more of the big name researchers and the ones that I have their numbers and things of that nature. I'm gonna eventually call them and set up some different things with them. Maybe if it's just a phone conversation to where we can exchange information as far as what's going on, or what do you suggest with this, or I can I just want to kind of get a better understanding on things. Like I said, I can go out there probably right now, put on some boots and suit up and go out there right now and probably film something. But it's like, what's the point now? What more do I have to prove? If people are gonna look at the videos, like, I'm not saying everybody does it, but the people that look at the videos and expect to see, oh, it's a Bigfoot right there. If they expect to see that, I mean, you're never gonna see one. That's just my opinion. You're never gonna see one because they're masters of their environment. The only time that I do hear them, or the only time that I do know that they're right there, because some days it may be quiet, and I might be like, well, darn, did they leave, or I have some on my face. No, I don't. Or did they leave, or they, in another area now, and then the next day it's right back to basics, like they never left, But to the people that's been saying, watch the video, we watched all of them. It's just a waste of my time. Only thing I can tell you is I'm not telling you to watch it. I'm not. I'm sorry if you don't see what people see. I've seen it. I have. I know what's going on. I don't know, guys. Maybe I'll do another vlog tomorrow, and I'm probably be in a little bit better mood. Just kind of down today. Exhausted. And, like I said, just dealing with this, it just kind of puts a damper on you sometimes. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys another time. But I definitely will be continuing.